Hey you guys, thank you for tuning in with your girl Reeceelynn. I want to start by saying thank you always for your love and support and all the energy of good, kind, and politeness that you guys give me is very appreciated. And I see you and thank you so much. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about connections and healthy connections versus toxic connections, soul ties, and the twin flame journey. Now I'm probably going to do a part 2 of this video, but I just wanted to make sure that I discussed it and talked about it because it's so important for you to understand about energies. There are so many things in our energies about the mindset, the body, the spirit. What we consume in our bodies, down to that, is an energy. That's why you have to eat certain foods to get your energy up. You have to drink certain, liquids and get your energy up. Water is a source of energy. So it's very important to eat healthy, to think right, to be right. Your mindset, it really does activate in a way that can make or break you. And it's very important. So just getting down to the energy part of it, I know that when I had a connection with someone, I really truly experienced my very first connection and being linked with someone. It really did a number on me when we broke up because of soul ties, and also that connection of that spiritual connection and being able to break away from that and finding the foundation. But what it really did for me as a person and as a woman, it triggered me to go deeper. It triggered me to go deeper because I needed to deal with the unhealed wounds and trauma that I didn't even realize I had, and also the ones that I did realize that I buried. I had to deal with the uncomfortable beginnings of pain, hurt, sorrow, anger, resentment. I had to deal with it because if I did not deal with it, it was going to keep triggering me. Why am I taking this so deeply and personal? Because I hadn't dealt with my past trauma. Why am I so on the fence and ready to war and ready to go off? And I do go off because I hadn't dealt with my past trauma. I'm not in what I would per se is that I'm not in war with that person that hurt me. I'm in war with my past trauma. I'm in war with myself because those are the things that hurt me. It's very, very important for you to seek the help and the energy of good that you need to be able to move forward in your life. You have to get the healing. You have to do the work. Everyone has to do the work. So as I went deeper into my life of what I was really dealing with, what really triggered me this last time me and this person separated. Abandonment issues, not feeling like you're good enough issues, always downing and talking down on yourself, believing in negativity, always not trusting. That was a big one. Not trusting myself, not trusting others because they've hurt me. And this all stemmed from childhood that I needed to heal from, that I didn't realize until my adult years I carried deeply within who I am. And I had to do the work. And so growth is uncomfortable sometimes. It is very uncomfortable. And you have to accept, hey, this is who I am. This is where I am. I have issues in my life that I have not worked on. And I'm not going to be good to myself and good to no one else until I deal with the healing and I begin to do the work. I begin to let go. I begin to take acceptance and heal. And I begin to forgive what was done, what was said, myself and others. And once I begin to do that, doors will open for me and allow me to love with a better sense of love, a better sense of who I am as a person, who I am as a mother, who I am to people in my life. See, when you love on you, you love better and you could do better. And that's so important. It's so, so important. So I hope that you are triggering yourself to do things that help you and allow you to elevate who you are. But I needed to do the work. I had to deal with the issues of traumatic things that happened to me. I had to deal with the issue of when I was 9 years old, witnessing my mother have a mental breakdown, how that impacted me so deeply to where I felt alone. I felt abandonment. That was a part of my abandonment issues. That was a part of me always feeling like I wasn't good enough. Always feeling like something was not my fault. How do I deal with things that were not my fault, but those were the cards that I was dealt? The things that hurt me, the things that traumatized me are also the things that made me stronger. And I can get stronger from trauma, but I have to deal with my traumas. I had to go deeper within who I am as a person, who I am as a woman, because I can't get to the level that I need to get to if I don't deal with the traumas that are triggering me to not be the best version of myself. And once I start dealing with those things, I was able to get to another level in my life. And it brought me so much joy and deepness. But before you can get to the place of happy, you have to deal with the place of uncomfortability. And that was something that I had to do. And that was something that I needed to do to get to that place. So having unhealthy connections with people. You have friends, you have family, you have romantic relationships. Why am I dealing with this emotionally unavailable person, this man that cannot give me what I need? Because you haven't dealt with your issues of abandonment. Somewhere in you, maybe you're emotionally unavailable and you're dealing, and it keeps happening. You keep dealing with these same type of men because they're triggering something in you. Oh, now you go to a verbally, emotionally, and maybe even he's showing sign of an abusive man, because you had to deal with verbal, emotional, and verbal, physical abuse. There's things that trigger you that you have to get through in order for you to come to the next level of who you are. But if you don't deal with it, you cannot get to that. So make sure you are doing the inner work. Make sure you are working on you. Take a day at a time. But you have to deal with it, and it's going to get uncomfortable, and it may get ugly in them feelings. It may be hurtful. You're going to cry, snort, tears, all that. You're going to get mad, angry. You're going to be resentful. And you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. But in order for you to heal, in order for you to get to your next level, you are going to have to deal with the unforgettable sometimes, the uncomfortable. You got to deal with it. So I just want to stop by and say I'm going to go more deeper into things and really, trigger the things. But y'all, check it out. It's going to also be on my YouTube channel, and it's going to be a series, and I'm going to continue to do the work. So join me. We're going to do the work together in positivity, healing. There's no shame in healing. There is no shame in healing.